Oh, here we go.
Hello and welcome to TBTS. Paul, Marson. Yeah.
Our first official one. Our
yeah.
first official episode. The first one that we did last time was a mic test.
Yeah. Well, this time we have a logo, so this time it is official.
A logo, huh?
Yeah. Dude, Michelle killed it, except why do we look so angry? I guess we're usually angry. At least my coworkers say that.
My coworkers say the same thing.
Yeah. Maybe
Must be a family thing.
Maybe it's just our faces.
maybe. If you don't, if we shave the beard, it'd be different.
Yeah, but then we'd look about 10 years younger each.
Yeah.
I like how she put my hair up, and then this is the one day I'm keeping my hair down.
Yeah, well, I have hair in the video, but then I have a hat on. Or sorry, I have a in the logo. You can see my hair. Now I'm wearing a hat. That's fine. I won't wear a hat next time. That's it, dude.
Dude, I was saying we should have a recording in progress on both sides of both sides of the
Watch
studio.
Mike bust into the door, and be like, "What are you guys doing?"
We're not ready for a third yet.
It's too cold outside, so he ain't gonna be working late. that garage ain't insulated like this one, so we're good.
BMWs are luxury, so you got luxury mechanics, you know.
Oh yeah, 100%. I forgot about.
If it's not heated, he's not working.
And that's right. That's right. He's always complaining that it's cold, and when I'm gonna heat this garage. Well, you pay me enough money to do so, bro.
Just tell him to risk it and turn on a car and leave it.
I mean, that's
one way.
Yeah, to goodbye yourself. Goodbye, world. I'm gonna go sit in the garage and sniff the smoke. Sniff that Beamer.
Not recommended to anybody.
No way. Don't do that. That's bad. That's bad. Yeah.
We got a couple extra props now. We got the Eagle. We got the stocky car. I'm kind of upset that stocky stuff fell through.
What stocky stuff?
The car.
What about it? What happened to him?
I mean, Donut Media kind of fell apart. Two of the guys went and are doing their own show now.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like now that
they got bought out. I know they got big.
Once they got big, they got bought out, and then all they care about is money.
Those venture capitalists. Damn them. Damn them.
I mean, how many businesses and companies does that happen to?
A lot.
Yeah.
Especially recently.
Yeah.
A lot of businesses get bought out by venture capitalists, and then they're maxed out to their potential for profit, and then they don't care after that.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't say that about all of them.
Yeah, but there's
a good amount.
There's a lot of companies that, like, you have somebody that's running a small business or small operation, and then once they
take funding,
once they become a little bit successful,
funding, yeah,
they're like, all right, yeah, let's take some money, and then those people start to be like, well, you need to make us some more money, and then from there, it's all about money. It's not about.
I feel like once a VC takes VC's venture capitalist or company, whatever it could be a single person, it could be multiple owners to one entity, whatever. But once they take over, it seems like they want to be in control. They don't want to really give you the control, of the program or whatever it is, the show, whatever it is. They'll take control and they'll just try to maximize, profits. Profits is the biggest thing.
Yeah, and some of them, like you said, some of them still care, and they're like, we don't want the quality to go down, or it's big with in the gaming world. It's big. A lot of like small indie companies will get bought out or sell their game, whatever.
Yeah.
And then from there, they're just like, oh yeah, let's just throw in microtransactions, which is like things you can buy inside the game. And and that's all they care about, because that's the most profitable. I mean, it's shown, it's proven that literally you make a ton of money off of it, but
off the sales of just online, whatever.
People want skins, but then which is fine. People have that right to buy skins if they want to. It doesn't really improve the game for them. Like, if you're still bad, you're still bad. But like, when it gets thrown in everybody's face, like, oh, buy this new skin, buy this, when it's like, when you start up the game and you just get a big pop-up, it's annoying, right? And then people are like, well, I don't want to play this if this is all that they care about, So
yeah, 100%. I don't know. I don't really didn't game that much. I mean, I game a little bit, but not on your level.
Some Civilization.
Sometimes. But but I don't buy anything. I had my experience of buying stuff in games a long time ago. Yeah.
What game?
Oh man, bro, I don't even want to say it because it brings back bad memories.
What is it?
Spent so much money on the game.
What
so
is it?
stupid.
Is it StarCraft?
No. What was it called? Mobile Strike.
Mobile. Oh,
with Arnold Schwarzenegger as the spokesman.
Yeah, it's like the new Raid Shadow Legends.
I don't know what that is, but
it was that mobile game, right?
it was a mobile game. It was on your phone. Yeah, I think it was Mobile Strike. Was it Mobile Strike?
It was Mobile Strike. I remember because you were on that
Bro,
all day.
Jesus, that took over my life. Man, that was such a and that's the thing. So that's how they get you, dude.
Of course,
bro. I spent so much money over there.
Yeah, people,
and there were so many people that are on that game spending money.
Oh yeah,
a lot
pay-to-win
of
game.
money, dude. Yeah, 100%. Figure that out later.
Most games are pay to win. Well, now they're called gotcha games, and what it is you'll have like a game, right? And then you have to open like chests, right? And the more you open, the better odds you have of getting something good.
I think that's how Mobile Strike began to advance later.
Yeah.
And it was, bro, it was bad. I'm so glad that I'm not I had a hard time. I had a hard time getting out, but when I got out, I said, "That's it. It's over. That's it. I'm done. I can't no more."
I don't spend money. I don't really buy a lot of games, and the games that I play are mostly free. Sure, you could buy stuff in game, but like I play enough where like you can get a lot of it for free without having to pay for stuff.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
You know, I mean, to be fair, if it's like your hobby and you got $20 and you want to spend $20, sure, you know. But when you're spending $500,
bro, I spent a lot. I spent a lot of money. God, that's so stupid.
Michelle, please don't watch this.
She knows. She was very mad at me. She was not happy with me when I was playing that game because that's all I was doing. And I was working. I was working and I was playing this stupid game, and she was not happy. Yeah. I'm sorry, Michelle. That was a real bad. That was a real bad time for me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll admit that I play a lot of games, but I don't like. I'm perfectly fine with not playing a game for, a week, 2 weeks.
I ain't got no time to play games now. Now the only game I'm playing now is life, bro.
Yeah, but you got kids and stuff. I don't have that yet,
The game of life. Yeah. Every day is a surprise, dude. Every day you got something new. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. This week was terrible for my crypto bros out there, bro. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for myself, but I feel bad for everybody else who's in it right now. 100% I feel your pain. Yep, 100%. It's been a terrible, terrible week.
So what did some people say about the first episode we uploaded?
I had a couple of guys look at it and they were saying it's good. The sound quality is good.
yeah. Like I said,
the layout's pretty good.
I think it looks better now. I guess we can compare. But I think my coworker, some of my coworkers are funny, man. One of them, he's like, I purposely left your message on read or unread. It's like, first thing I did when I woke up on a Saturday, I just laid in bed and watched the podcast. He's like, it was funny, man. I was laughing. And he's like, and then other buddy's like, why isn't the GTR in it? And then
GTR's right next to the camera. Hi.
I'm like, we'll just do it inside the GTR. I'm like, nah, that's kind of dumb.
No, we can't even show it right now because it's super dirty. Super dirty. It's chilling right next to us.
It's a garage queen dirty. Right now.
100%.
Just a dirty one.
Yeah, dirty queen.
And then one guy is like, can I come by and help you guys? He's like, I don't want to be on a show. I'll just do everything in the background.
I was told, good, we need somebody for video.
Dude, he
flip the screens and stuff.
He would literally do that. He used to help people with their YouTube channels with other podcasts. He's like, I want you to be on Apple Podcasts as soon as possible. Yeah.
I don't know how you do that even. I have no idea.
Yeah,
we're on YouTube. We're just trying it out.
Yeah, YouTube. You just click the upload button, right?
And you go.
That's it. And then you just play some darts while you're waiting for it to upload. But
yeah, we played for quite some time last week. Yeah.
We didn't realize how long it actually takes to upload.
Maybe it's a slow service in my garage.
Yeah.
No.
I
got fast service. We're good. We're linked up here. 100%.
We're gonna get your fiber here. I'll talk to one of my.
I have fiber. What fiber from where? From the street?
Yeah.
I have fiber between the house and the garage.
Yeah. But I'm saying from the service.
Oh, coming soon. We're coming soon. New business.
What?
Security business.
What are you talking about?
He's starting a business.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
I don't know the name. Maybe he doesn't want people to know.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna reveal it.
Well,
when he's ready, we'll have him come out here and he'll reveal it.
I feel
he
like
did all my work. He did all my IT. He did all my, IT can't say IT. Well, IT, I guess. What would you call it? Running wires and everything.
That's
and
low
everything.
voltage work.
Whatever. I mean, he did all of our access points and connected.
Yeah, I mean, if you're setting them up, that's
all
IT,
my cameras.
Right? Yeah, if you're setting them up, that's IT, right? But if you're just installing them, that's different.
Well, he did everything.
That's just low voltage. Yeah.
He did everything. He installed my cameras around, installed my all my wiring for everything.
Yeah, because like we work with a company that the guy does all my low voltage work, and then I just come in and install the switches and stuff. I make it work. He runs all the cables and stuff.
So he does the hardware part of it, I guess you would say.
Well, hardware we install. That's like the switches, servers, stuff like that. He does the low voltage. That's literally what it's called. Yeah. Running the Cat 6 cables and all that stuff. You know.
Yeah, he did all that, but he's opening his own.
I mean, he might as well, honestly, and I'll give him work.
Oh, I'll give him work here in the garage.
No, I give him work with our clients.
I'm sure. If he gives good work.
If he gives a reasonable price compared to the other guy, because the other guy, the only problem I have with him is that we went to a client on Monday. It's Thursday now. He still hasn't responded with a quote. Like they were just like, we just need a general quote to see, to talk to finance so we can approve it because they got the board has to approve it. Mm-hmm. And the guy's like, Jim, the guy from the company, he's like, emails us. He's like, hey, do you guys have a quote for us? And I sent mine over. And then the other guy's like, oh, I had to go out of town, so I'll get it to you on Tuesday. Mm. They want to start work on it next week.
100%.
You know?
100%. Yeah, so, I agree. And
it's not the first time either, where it's like you have to follow up with him and stuff like that. So, but
drop the volume on the mics a little bit. I think I can hear myself breathing in here. But I think we're gonna be good. But yeah, he did good work. So hopefully he opens his own business and hopefully he can make it work. It's just opening your own business is
that kind of works always in the band. So the only thing is like going into the city and stuff like that, because obviously a lot of those buildings are union. Yeah. So I mean he'd have to have a union card for that. But
yeah. Well, I mean. That's for him to figure out. That's not. I don't know crap about.
Well, no, he would have to go into a union get his card, but he'd have to be there for a few years.
Oh, for sure.
He'd start out as an apprentice. Right?
Oh, as in like that. Yeah. Well, he's just gonna go private.
But you'd have to work your way up, and then you can open your own business. I don't think
you're gonna go from 0 to 100. You're not gonna go from a dude starting a business today to doing commercial buildings downtown next week. You know what I mean? You can.
You can.
You definitely can, right? But there's stuff along the way that can slow you down or even stop you, right? Like unions, right?
It's strictly going to be mostly businesses because houses don't really. I mean, you could do because even then, I guess you probably need a union because if like a lot of houses like the subdivisions and stuff probably have cable pulled, but that's probably union too. If everything else in that house is union built, I wouldn't doubt that's union built too.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Whatever. Good luck. I hope I know he's gonna be doing it. How that works out, we'll see. So, good luck to him. I mean, it's join a club, dude. Own a business. So much fun. So much fun. You don't even know what you're missing out on. Oh yeah.
Wait till you have 10 workers and then.
Nah. We just need one more. That's it. And that's where it starts. But I mean, that's the next step. American dream, dude. That's what it is. You want to make, you want to make it. I mean, you could have a regular job and make it, right?
Of course.
But you can also have a business and
do better.
Yeah, with more stress.
Potentially.
Yeah. Right? Or bankrupt. I mean, it's one or the other. It depends how you run it. It's having your own business it's kind of hard. Honestly, I started my own business with, $1,000 I borrowed from my dad, dude. He borrowed me $1,000, and then I took that $1,000 and I started buying cars for parts and I started parting them out. I mean. But I started, I was a mechanic for a while. I learned a trade mostly, and then just decided I want to part out cars. And that's what I've been doing, and now we're parting them out. A Solutions Auto for the win, dude. Let's go.
The first
sponsor. GTR parts, I got them. S1000, I got them. Evos, we're in on them.
Speeds?
No more speeds. We're done with speeds. The Mazda platform, not for us, no more. That's it.
What about our
Too
X7s?
many rust buckets.
What about our X7s? They don't. You can't even find them.
I can't even find them for parts. It's not even worth buying them for parts sometimes. If I could find them, I'd buy them, but I can't even find them. I can't even find parts of my own, dude. Parked in the freaking garage. One day. Yeah. One day we'll get it going.
One day we'll get it. That'll be the day.
Yeah. We'll join a GTR.
My dream car just sitting in the garage over there.
Go to one of my kids. Sorry.
Yeah, my goddaughter.
Exactly.
Somebody's got to teach her how to drive it.
That's. Hopefully, I'm still alive by then.
Yeah, My coworker says the forbidden Dorito.
The forbidden Dorito. I'm get a shirt that says that.
The rotary engine. Yeah.
The Winkle. Yeah, it's a nice car. It's an awesome car. Just I wish I could have drive it because it doesn't drive. So
Yeah, I mean you can push it real hard.
yeah,
Find a big enough hill.
it's like the Supra that's at our yard.
The bird one.
Yeah, it looks like Paul Walker's car. Yeah, 100%, dude. Yeah.
Looks like Paul Walker's Porsche.
What are you gonna do? Push it across the finish line? Yeah, maybe, maybe. But that's a future project. Future project. I ain't got no time for that right now. But that's what that is. I mean,
Yeah, we're over here starting podcasts instead of working on cars.
yeah, we could be utilizing this time probably a lot better.
No, this is fun. It's better than what I'd be doing right now at home.
You be gaming for sure. That I already know.
No, I've been
playing with the kids.
I've been doing trainings for work, just getting some certifications. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're not supposed to do it during work hours, so I just have it in the background playing videos.
While you're gaming.
Sometimes, yeah.
Mm.
Well, because this one certifications is like it's literally what I do now. So it's like I already know what to do. I'm just going through the motions of listening to the video, and then I'll check the study guide, and then I'll have them sign me up for the certification test.
So this podcast, TBTS, as you can see, our logo, designed by Michelle. We are gonna just talk about whatever, realistically, whatever just comes up. Whatever's the flavor for that day is what it's gonna be.
I'm looking at a bottle of Windex. We might start talking about that.
No, we're not talking about Windex. Even though the Windex is a good product, I use it for everything.
I don't know, man. I got that one can one for glass.
Spray away?
I think so, man.
Spray away.
Is
Spray
it the
away?
blue one?
Yeah, the blue one.
The light blue one?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
but it's cheap.
What do you mean it's cheap?
It's cheap as in you can buy it for cheap.
Yeah, but it
Does it?
it does a
I
good
bought
job.
it like the first time I ever seen it come out. That product was a couple of years ago, or maybe I don't know if it came out a couple of years
We
ago.
could be talking about different ones too.
Maybe, but it was so cheap to buy. I was like, wow, there was no way this works well because it's so cheap. And then I used it. I'm like, damn, this is pretty good.
Yeah, I like it for the inside of the car.
Mm.
Cause you know how like when you normally wash the inside, you always have streaks.
Yeah.
That was like the only one that didn't leave streaks.
Really?
But I guess if you know how to actually wipe down your window, then it works. So you gotta wipe it down, and then you gotta take completely dry cloth after and
Wax
then wipe.
on?
Yeah.
Wax
Okay,
off.
okay. All right.
Wax on,
All right.
wax off.
All right, Karate Kid, calm down. There's also there was this one guy, I just saw a video. It was like a microfiber on magnets, and it was two parts. And so you put
one from the inside, one from the outside.
Yeah, and you just push it
That's
across.
a Temu product, bro. That's a Temu product.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I seen that.
You know what?
That's a good idea. I seen the commercial I seen. The dude was out on a high rise doing that.
Really?
Yeah. He opened the window, put the glass. He put the cloth out there, and then used the magnet on the other side.
Yeah.
And just wiping from the outside. I'm like, that's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Avoid from you paying for those guys that are on those scaffoldings with the wires and crap.
Dude, I had because around my work we have like all glass buildings. There's a couple of all glass buildings. Cause I think like the Navstar buildings over there.
Navistar?
Yeah. The one it looks like a giant satellite.
Yeah, that's by your place.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes away.
I always drove by this building and I was like, dude, this looks like it's
cool, man.
It's cool. I mean, it looks like shooting rays into space. But
I was gonna say I would want to be sitting in the middle of that lobby though.
it's probably pretty warm.
Feel like an ant.
Yeah, dude. Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, man, what if I just started cleaning windows? I wonder how much they charge.
Dude, a lot.
Yeah,
Especially now when
you probably don't need a lot of
some people
equipment.
can't work those jobs no more.
Why?
You know. But it is what it is.
I think that's a touchy topic for now.
Yeah.
I mean, some people deserve it.
Listen, D.O.G.E is now in charge, and D.O.G.E is cleaning up the place, and some people don't like it. Some people's money is being taken away.
Yeah, USAID.
Oh, bro, that thing,
Dude,
holy
it's
smokes,
so
bro.
funny.
That is crazy,
Dude,
dude. Have you been keeping up with it? Like
not
somewhat?
all of it.
Me either, but I've been like reading some of the posts because I'm on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, and I follow them, and dude, holy smokes, dude. And these guys like
it was like $500 million, or it was like $5 billion for electric chargers, and they've only installed 5.
That wasn't part of USA. That was
something else.
That was a U.S. government contract.
That's crazy,
bro. Elon Musk said he could do it for half that price, and he probably would have got it done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. But that's just that's what happens with government contracts, dude. They just bloated contracts and people, and then there's nobody really to. Who are you gonna go after for that? Like they're not gonna get the job done. Then what?
Yeah.
Oh well, we'll just write it off as a loss. No, hell no.
Yeah. Finish the job.
We're paying the freaking taxes to do this job and get it done, dude. But D.O.G.E has been on it. They just got a court order today that they can't access any more information. Yeah.
But they only have read access. They don't.
That's what I'm saying. They can't make changes.
No, they can't.
But what they can do is they can take that information and give it to the White House, and the White House can decide what to do with that.
Of course,
right?
Which is what it's supposed to. Which is what literally what it's made for.
100%. So why would anybody? Here's a good question. Why would anybody oppose going through the numbers and figuring out where the money goes? Who would oppose that, or why would they?
People that are making the money off of it.
You think?
Or just the people that don't like Elon Musk?
I mean, it's a mix of a little bit of dislike for Elon Musk, mostly because where the money goes.
Yeah.
Politico, which is a...
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
Politico, which is a news agency.
Yeah. The best is the press secretary. She's like, Politico, who's in this room, by the way.
Dude, that lady doesn't care anymore. Whatever. But they got $8.1 million from USAID to help support the network. What?
Yep.
Aren't you supposed to be a free, not free speech is one thing, but aren't you supposed to be like a self-standing news company? Why is the government paying you the contracts to do reporting?
You think they're the only ones?
Hell no. Dude, bro, it's deep. It's deep. It's so deep that we can't even get into it because it's so deep.
I bet you every mainstream gets him either from either side, either party.
I'm not saying it's one side or the other. I'm saying
I'm saying from both parties.
It is straight up fraud and corruption.
100%.
Fraud and corruption. That's what it is. It doesn't matter.
False information.
I feel like one party benefits more than the other, but they both benefit, and that's not 100%.
Good. 100%.
That's not the way things should be run.
This one guy explained how the news outlets work, or how mainstream medias work with like how they report news, and it made so much sense. He's like, listen. He's like, one person makes some BS story, about Donald Trump, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then the next person's like, well, according to this article.
Yes.
And then the next person's like, well, according to those articles. Yeah. And then
you have a chain of BS.
Yeah, you start with one BS.
Well, you start with what you would call a rumor.
Yeah. And then people use that rumor as a fact check.
Yeah, which is, dude, it's the information age nowadays is crazy. It's crazy. But I mean,
especially, you know what?
But the thing is, nowadays, you can actually go and find this information yourself. I was
gonna say everything's at the tip of your fingers.
Yeah,
and you can fact check anything yourself. Sure, when you search something, you're gonna get mixed results, no matter what. So
here's the thing:
it's knowing how to sift through that, though.
It's like me sitting on Twitter or X or whatever. Sometimes, whenever I have free time, I do. I do not have free time, but whenever I have some time, when I'm in the bathroom, whatever, and you scroll through, through X. You get all kinds of crap that comes up to that feed, right?
Yep.
But you have to do your own due diligence to kind of think, or maybe not even think, but even do your own research of what is real, what isn't.
Yeah.
What could be real, what could be fake, what's a bot, what's a real person, what's the actual information compared to the information being spewed, right?
But that's not just X, that's regular news too.
But that's media.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say mainstream media.
Yeah, it's media. Yeah.
Media.
How many
media,
how many people
mainstream media, any kind of media.
Yeah. How many people post a video on YouTube saying, "Oh, this and this and this," and then somebody's like, "That's completely false." Like,
dude, you know what's the best? The what do you call them? The community notes on Twitter, dude. Even Elon Musk gets community noted sometimes, which is hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that's what it's there for.
But that's good, dude. I mean, I don't really know how that works at 100% in terms of how do you who does the notes and who
who does the nuts.
And I'm bilingual, bro. My language can get mixed up, dude. And trilingual. And sometimes you wonder who's doing the research, but it's got to be pretty like 50-50. Like I don't want to even call it politically wise which side you're on or whatever.
Yeah.
There should be more than there's gonna be a list of people that are gonna be on it that are gonna be doing that, fact checking or whatever you want to call it. The best of the fact checkers are like on the dot fact checkers when like the presidential debate was happening and they were fact checking on the dot, dude.
And
there was so much BS, dude.
Yeah, well,
they were fact checking one side really.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one side got fact checked.
Our homie, Daddy Trump, dude. That's what it is, dude.
The crypto president.
Like my shoes up there. The Bitcoin. What is it? Crypto president. Yeah, with the Bitcoin logo. This week wasn't so good, but it'll be all right. We'll get there.
It'll come back.
Hopefully. If not, we're in trouble. But yeah. So you have to do your own due diligence when you're looking at any kind of media, wherever you get it from, whatever you get your information from. Remember that there's always there could be, not that there is, more than likely there is a point where one side's trying to sway you to the other side. You know what I mean? Like, you have to decide that on your own, but don't believe everything from one side or the other. And don't believe everything you read.
So don't trust everything on Reddit.
Hell no, bro. Never Reddit.
Hey, Reddit. I use Reddit all the time for work.
I use Reddit here and there, but then I get into some rabbit holes, and then I'm like, this is a terrible place to be.
I do it on work when I have an issue that I can't figure out. I'll say, "How do you do this?" And I type in Reddit because Reddit's a bunch of nerds, and they actually have a lot of solutions. My buddy who does automations, he learned half of his stuff off Reddit.
I mean, that's fine.
I'm not gonna say what position he holds in my company, but it's a pretty high position now.
That's fine. Did you smell something?
What?
Did you smell something?
No.
Interesting. Maybe Mike's playing around over here or something.
Yeah.
Creeping on us. But yeah, dude, be careful with social media. Just media, any kind of media. Just make sure that you do your own due diligence and just don't believe everything that you find on the internet.
Don't even trust us.
Yeah. Half the time, dude, I was told that. I was told just recently by somebody very close to me that told me, before you say anything on your podcast, do your research. I said, what did I say? And he's like, well, you said this and this about something about Assassin's Creed. I don't know what it was that I said last podcast or whatever.
I want to know who said it.
There's one person that's very close that sits next to me.
I can only guess who mentioned that. Was it somebody that sits next to you at work?
100%. And so I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really know anything about.
I get all my information off of YouTube, I could be wrong.
100%. But whatever it was, it is what it is. I try to do my, research to the best of my knowledge, but I can't say I'm 100% correct in everything.
I am 100% open to being wrong. All right.
Oh, 100%. If you got proof to back it up, let's go. Show it to me. I will gladly say that I was wrong.
Like what they talked about, like with you hear about what the person. So they made a book about Kamala Harris's campaign or something.
They made a book, or were you talking about the interview for
No, they made some kind. No, they made a book or something, and apparently there's a part in there where they talk about Joe Rogan's podcast.
Oh, I read about
and
that.
how he wasn't responsive and he didn't want to do the interview.
Yeah.
And today I watched like a 15-minute clip of Joe Rogan talking to somebody, and he's like, "Dude, I was bending over backwards trying to get them here. They were unresponsive. They never committed to coming. They never said, yes, we're gonna be there." He's like, dude, Trump. He's like, by the way, we had that for months. That they had that interview for a while. He said, we just never mentioned anything. He's like, Trump was like, yeah, I'll go on. No time limit. Cool. Sign the waiver. That's it. He's like, that's how easy Trump was to get on a podcast. These guys are like, oh, well, we need somebody to come. They said in the book that they had somebody come down to the studio and they didn't like how the studio was set up.
And that they wanted him to fly out to interview her somewhere.
That was a separate part, yeah.
Yeah.
And
there's going to be questions that they don't want asked.
Yeah,
and stuff like
that. They don't want it to be unedited.
Yeah, they wanted to edit it before it was released.
And only 45 minutes to an hour.
And Joe Rogan doesn't do edited
no, he just
podcast, dude. What?
But he's gonna do it like we do. Just
press the button and go.
Upload,
100%.
And then they were like, oh yeah, he wasn't responsive, and that they flew down to Houston for an event just to come do it, but he wasn't responding. And he's like, dude, I was trying to get them. He's like, so apparently he was trying to post both interviews on the same day.
Which would have been awesome.
He actually wanted
everybody.
He wanted to do the interviews on the same day.
Imagine if they were walking past each other. Hey.
She probably wouldn't
What
say
you doing
anything.
here?
She probably wouldn't say anything, to be honest.
I mean, Trump would probably he'd probably be like, hey, how you doing?
He'd probably make a joke first thing he said on the podcast, you know?
100%.
But yeah, that was his plan, and apparently there was like this book says like all this stuff about him, and he's like, none of it's true.
By the way, Stella, if you're watching this, if you could sponsor us beer, we'll be more than glad to keep drinking it.
The best would be if they saw that and they're like, take him down.
That would be funny, man. That'd be terrible for us, but it'd be funny, yeah. 100%.
We'd be back with a different name.
Yeah. TBTL. Like last week. So we had to update our podcast name, or not podcast, the show name, from TBTL to TBTS.
It just felt better.
It just sounds better, rolls off the tongue better, you know. But so don't be confused. I mean, realistically, the first episode, nobody really watched it. So
13 people watched it.
Oh yeah,
we now have 10 subscribers.
Oh, 9, dude, 9.
Just round up. Makes it sound better. We're in double digits.
No, double digits. Yeah, 10. But so, damn, I have to create at least a Google account to make at least that 10.
Did you subscribe on your personal one? Did
no.
Michelle?
No.
What the heck?
I mean, that's kind of fake, no? That's like fake news, dude.
They're going to watch it, aren't they?
I mean, hopefully. I watched it.
I watched it too.
Did you watch it? Yeah. Isn't it funny watching yourself?
Yeah. Dude, my voice is not what I think I sound like.
Damn, what do you sound like, a little girl?
No, I don't know. I just sound different. Don't you? You probably the same thing.
No, I sound the same.
No, okay.
I like to, what's the word I'm looking for? I like to,
talk to yourself?
No. What? Yeah, sometimes. But my pronunciation is not the greatest.
Pronunciation.
Right? I don't know what the word is, bro. Whatever.
It's okay. My coworker can't type to save his life, and I watch him type an email to a customer, and I'm like, I'm gonna hit you. I'm like, how have you been living on this earth for 26 years and you can't type an email?
Dude.
Like, you spend all day on a computer. You go on a computer when you go home. How can you not type?
The best people are the people who know how to write words and put them together, right? But don't know how to use like commas and periods and stuff like that.
Just have one run-on
Dude,
sentence.
bro, Jesus Christ! When I read this, sometimes I'm like, man, I can't. This makes me like not even angry, just
irritated.
Irritated for sure, 100%. How do you write an email where I know how to use commas
or not capitalize the first letter?
That's another thing. There's somebody I know who keeps doing that. It's annoying, but yeah, dude. No, you got to know how to write.
I feel like that. I mean, that's a basic skill everybody should have, is to be able to write and complete sentences and use correct punctuation and correct grammar.
I was looking for that word, punctuation. See, I couldn't come up with what it was.
And knowing how to capitalize letters and knowing how to.
I mean, yeah, 100%.
Knowing when to use a semicolon.
What about like cursive? You know how to write cursive?
I do.
So do I.
Yeah, nobody uses it anymore.
Nope. They're gonna read the cursive in 200 years when like the Constitution. Look at the Constitution written in cursive, dude. Yeah, you like that? That's nice. Yeah, but
can't try reading it.
It's like when I write cursive, they can't read what I wrote. But I mean, I have terrible handwriting. So
since you're left-handed, and when you write cursive in pen, does your hand become black?
Heck yes, bro. Oh yeah, for sure. I look like I was like when I write and then it smears the words. I just
seen a mouse run by.
What?
I literally just watched it run by.
I've set some traps. But when I used to write back in the day, when I remember this one day, it was funny. I had a test of some sort, and we had to use like a ball ink pen.
Yeah.
So it was like, the ink was like pretty, like, it didn't stick right away.
It didn't dry.
Yeah, dude, bro. I wrote something. I looked over and I said, "What the hell happened to this, dude?" And I looked at it and it's smeared everywhere. Half of it is on my hand, like right here, and the other half is just smeared across the freaking paper, dude. I was like, "Oh my god!" Then I had to write like this.
What if you had to? What if like they made you, because you're left-handed?
Hold on. By the way,
they made you write backwards?
Who writes backwards? Doesn't somebody?
What if they? Japan, you read right to left.
Is it? Isn't the Hebrew language the same way?
Maybe.
I think so. I think the Hebrew language is written backwards.
I know like Japanese.
Not backwards, but
I know like Japan, like manga. You would start from the right and go left.
Who writes up and down?
I think that's Japan too.
Yeah, they just write in every direction, huh?
Yeah, I don't think because Mandarin
like,
isn't
scribbles.
Yeah. Oh, you remember when I was telling you about that statue at Hiroshima? It's called a Torii Gate.
A Torii Gate.
I got fact checked by my coworker today.
Oh yeah. That's funny. What is it, Torii Gate?
Yeah.
Torii Gate? Interesting. Yeah. First of all, by the way, left-handed people, right? According to legend. According to, I don't know if it's legend, science, or whoever, left-handed people are more intelligent, but they live a shorter life. So, right-handed people are not as intelligent as left-handed people, but they live longer. So there's a balance there.
A trade-off.
Yeah, I don't know how long I want to live here. I guess as
like
long
in the
as
state or on the earth. You said here, so
I mean, here on this planet Earth currently. Maybe I'll go with Elon Musk to Mars when he gets there. I take my family with him.
One of the moons of like Saturn or Jupiter or something. They got a lot of gas. America might take a trip there.
Doesn't Jupiter have what's that moon called? Is it Jupiter? It is Jupiter, I think. They have a moon called Europa, where it's like all water.
Yeah. I know. What
like
you're
the crust outside is frozen, but the underneath it is all water, like a water world.
I was watching this video where this guy it was a simulator. He's like, "What if we put that moon on the other side of our orbit?"
Interesting. What would happen? You have the moon from one side and the Europa from the other?
No, not on Earth's orbit or on the sun. On the same axis.
It might develop into something.
No.
Will it crash into Earth?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes sense.
It was like catastrophic.
Well, the moon was supposed to be again. I don't know for sure. I'm just kind of speaking off what I read, but that the moon was once part of the Earth, and that Earth was hit by something called Planet X or whatever, and basically broke off a chunk of the Earth and created the moon.
I thought Planet X was a 2012 conspiracy.
No,
when the world was supposed to.
We're on 2025 and we're still here 13 years later. So
I had this guy. This is back when I worked at a liquor store. I had this guy, Jack dude, right? He's black. He spoke Polish and everything. He always bought żywits.
What?
He's married to a Polish woman, and I asked him one day, I'm like, yo, why do you always buy żywits?
This Polish woman, huh?
Yeah. He's like, why? I'm like, why do you always buy żywits? He's like, bro, I love Poland. He's like, I go there every year. I go skiing in the mountains over there. He's like, I'm married. I got 3 kids with my wife.
No
shit. Like, that's sick.
That's crazy.
And so the guy that worked at the register, he was talking to the dude, and he's like, dude, he had the wildest 2012 conspiracy theory about how there is a planet on the other side of the sun that we've never seen because it matches the orbit perfectly around the sun.
Okay.
Right? So we've never been able to see it because we can't see behind the
sun. Sounds like a flat Earth theory.
And that in 2012 the planet was supposed to break off at the axis or something, and it was going to come around and crush the Earth and just smash it. No, obviously not. So we just called that guy Planet X. I remember I saw him at Shop and Save a few years later when I was working at T-Mobile. I'm like, dude, no way.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Space is an interesting place. That's why Elon Musk wants to get back to his home planet, dude. He wants to go back to Mars, dude. That's where he came from. But, I mean, whatever. Dude, he can get us there 100%. He's a smart dude. I don't care what anybody says. That man is a genius.
Yep. Except for his him getting canceled off of video gaming.
Oh, for paying somebody to play as him? I heard about that.
I don't think it was one person. I think it was a lot of people.
Yeah?
Because he had like a top 10 account.
I seen that.
In Path of Exile 2, which just came out like a month ago. Ain't no way you got enough, him specifically, ain't no way you got that much time
to get that far,
to run all these businesses, do all this stuff, and like people play for like 18 hours a day. And those are the top ranked people. Does it pay to pay? So, I mean, if you stream it and you're a successful streamer, sure.
Are we streamers?
I wanted to be one, but I'm not good enough at games.
I want to be a streaker.
Let's not do that.
But I don't have the body shape. So,
You're A shape.
I am a shape. Yeah, long and slender.
Yeah. I told my coworker, I'm like, yeah, you're in shape. Ron's in shape.
But yeah, dude.
I'm so. Have we heard news about RFK? You been doing anything?
They've been trying to confirm him. I don't know.
They haven't confirmed him yet?
No, he got out of the Judiciary Committee. Was it Judiciary Committee? He got out of the committee by 14 to 13 votes.
That's so close.
Dude, they don't want him in there for nothing. Dude.
Yeah, because he's gonna tear it all up.
Dude, that's like Elon Musk, dude. He's like Elon Musk came in Washington and he said, "Get me into this, this department so I can go through everything." They're like, "No." All right. Where do they pay everybody? Because I'm gonna go over there and check that out first. So he went to USA, dude. And he just started there. Now, now he's in deep, dude. Now they want him out. I mean, whatever, dude. Like I said earlier, accountability. Just show us where the money goes,
dude.
That's it.
If they want him
I don't
out,
care about anything else.
If they want him out, just give him what he's asking for. The whole point of D.O.G.E is to not exist in a year.
Exactly.
That's their goal.
The efficient. What does it stand for? Department of Government Efficiency.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So, get to the efficient part. Right.
And then
Go through the government, and then they're gone.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a breakdown of where what goes and who pays for what, and where people get their money from. Some people.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Their goal is
we pay taxes, so why the hell won't we? Why should we not know where our money goes?
Yeah. They're literally their sole goal is to not exist, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not like he needs the money. Do you see those young kids that he's bringing in?
They're like autistic kids.
They're not autistic.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Some of them, but they're smart as hell.
Hell yeah, that's what they needed.
Yeah, there's one kid. There's a video on him how there was a challenge online, and it was they found burnt scrolls.
Oh, I read
from
about
Pompeii.
Yeah,
and he won. He won the contest
because he figured out how to read them.
He figured out letters off of them. Yeah,
but he used
like an algorithm.
Yeah, he used an algorithm that he put together himself or whatever.
Yeah. Well, he was working with some people, but
but then it like read back some like data from like the way they were written or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
He inputted some crazy information, and they were able to read.
I trust that kid. I trust that kid.
He's like 20 years old.
He's like 19. Yeah.
Yeah. Holy smokes, dude.
And they're like ripping on these people. They're like, oh, how are you gonna bring in these 19?
But they start doxing them too.
Yeah.
Like who they are and whatnot. It's like, dude, all right, well, sure, whatever, I guess. But I mean, at the end of the day, if that whole program works out and it actually makes sense and it shows us what's what, dude, those are heroes, man. Because realistically, nobody else will reveal the truth.
Yeah.
What
is it? How much did they find so far? Like $500 billion already?
I don't know. I don't think it's that high.
They said that, but I don't think it's that high.
They said they're saving right now about $1 billion a day.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get to $3 billion a day. They said if they can get to $3 billion, I think they said that if they can get to $3 billion a day,
that's $1 trillion a year.
Then there will be no deficit. There will only be a $1 trillion deficit next year. Right now we have a $2.2 I think trillion deficit.
It's wild,
which is crazy. And this all started like after 2019, right before COVID came around.
Well, we've always been in debt.
I know, not always. No, not always.
For as long as I remember,
Bill Clinton had still a surplus.
I don't remember.
And then after that, well, yeah, but after that, it just stopped going. Just borrow more, and now we're almost $37 trillion in debt.
37 or 3.7?
37, bro. $1 trillion. I don't even know how many zeros are after the number. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot. And realistically, there's unless there's a huge change, unless Bitcoin goes to the moon, and
the government's got a lot of that.
They got a little bit. They got about what do they got? They got about. I'm pretty sure they have about 200,000 Bitcoin that they seized from Silk Road, which they just freed the creator of Silk Road, Ross Ulbright. He got freed. That? Silk Road?
Yeah,
bro. Silk Road was back in like 2000. I think it started. I don't know what it started exactly.
Wait, wasn't that what that started as a game or something?
No. It was an online marketplace on the black market. Yeah, yeah. You can buy a lot of stuff on there. That's where you could buy your drugs and your assassins and everything. There's a lot, and so he created it. He obviously had a. I can't say he had a part in it, like like hiring assassins and selling Ross Albright. He got pardoned by Trump just recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
did Trump pardon him so he can use him?
I don't think so. I think Trump just pardoned him because the independents were asking for it.
Oh.
The libertarians. That he basically created a website and it was used for bad purposes, but that wasn't his fault.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying? So from one point of view,
he
it's
got
like
screwed for
he got 2 licenses plus 40 years.
2 what?
2 life sentences plus 40 years on top of that. So he was never gonna get out.
I heard licenses.
No, life sentences. I speak talk. I don't know. I talk fast. But so he got pardoned by Trump, and so he's out now. He was already in prison for I want to say 10 years. He's already been in prison for 10 years.
That's impressive.
Yeah, but he got, basically he got blamed for the whole thing, for any kind of things that happened on his website. And so
that's like hiring somebody and
yeah, but he created a website just to for the marketplace to be there,
like a Craigslist kind of thing.
Basically, sort of. Just on a black market,
Yeah. And it was still like he intended it to be a black market.
Yeah, he made he collected a lot of Bitcoin on there, 100%. And so the government, when they arrested him, they seized it.
It's probably where like some of my friends used to buy their like fake IDs.
I know people who did the same exact thing. Yeah. Literally, I know that they were there for sure. I know some of them for sure. And so the government there seized a bunch of Bitcoin. So I'm pretty sure the government is sitting on about 200,000 coins right now that are seized, which they eventually are going to try to probably pour into the treasury.
Yeah. That's not including what they probably bought.
What they sold. They gathered, I think they had over almost close to 300,000. I think they sold, I don't know the exact numbers. I know that recently they sold, a couple of months ago they sold it before, but I'm pretty sure they're down to like around 200K right now. I don't have the exact numbers. You can pull it up on the internet and check it yourself. China's got a little bit, I think about 150,000. And then El Salvador is buying Bitcoin every day. Literally, they buy 1 coin a day. I think they got like 6,000 coins.
Is El Salvador the one that opened their prisons up for us?
Yes. You're gonna be bad. You're gonna go to El Salvador. That's where you're gonna stay. But
100,000.
The U.S. government, this current administration is a full pro crypto administration. Yeah. Even though crypto is taking a dump right now, but I'm pretty sure things will turn around in somewhat relative order sometime soon. But if they're now doing a study on the feasibility of a Bitcoin strategic reserve, which basically means they'll hold Bitcoin as a strategic reserve, just like they hold gold. And if that happens, Bitcoin's going to skyrocket. Because they're going to transfer over what they got into a reserve basically to hold as capital, right? I mean, it's...
Just don't put it into cold storage.
No, to put it in cold storage so they don't get jacked.
I mean, I guess.
I'm sure the government has its own way to store it, whatever, right?
I mean, they keep their gold somewhere, right? So I guess
100%. Even though there's a gold shortage right now.
Just don't let
not even a shortage, it's just that the London Exchange, which holds most gold for the world, doesn't have the gold to pay out the people who want the physical gold because you got to wait weeks. Where's the gold?
They got to bring it in. Where they got to get it?
Did they borrow too much gold in paper?
Maybe. Who knows?
Because gold's been going up like crazy.
Oh, so people are trying to collect?
Yeah. And they don't have it. It seems like either they have it and they don't want to give it up.
Yep.
Or they don't have it and they're trying to acquire it from somewhere. I know that they transferred.
It's like banks. How banks, you can only withdraw like a 10 grand most.
I don't want to even talk about banks. Banks piss me off all the time. But
you can only withdraw like 10 grand
if you call in ahead of time, most places.
Yeah. If you have to call in ahead of time.
Like I have a bank that I go to that I pulled out 30 grand before at one time, right? Yeah. But most banks, they're like, you got to call and let us know like a day or two ahead of time.
So they can.
So the minimum was 10 grand or the max at the one time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm like, that's crazy, bro. Like you put this, I put in $1 million tomorrow.
Yeah,
and the next day they're going to be like, oh yeah, you can only take out 10 grand. What? But that's how the banks work, dude. That's how they take your money, they borrow it.
Yeah, of course.
Before COVID, I know the banks had a whole 10% of the funds that they have in the bank, for deposits. They had to hold it in their safe. During COVID, I think that changed to 0. And now they basically don't have to hold anything in reserve.
That's wild.
That is wild. But it's like, I don't know. The financial system is also corrupt. But yeah, they don't hold, I don't know what it is now, but I'm still pretty sure it's 0%.
Yeah.
Or maybe like 1%. It used to be 10% before COVID. And now I don't know what it is exactly. But yeah, so getting the money out of the bank, if there's a bank run, like a point where the bank is collapsing and you're trying to get your money out, good luck.
Yeah.
You can't transfer it, you can't pull it, you can't do nothing with it. It's gone. You know?
So what happens if a bank fails? Like, okay,
We had that happen in was that beginning of last year or was it 2 years ago?
that one
now? 2
in
years
California?
ago, I think. There was a bunch of them.
Yeah. So
Republic Bank, Silvergate Bank.
Yeah, so
and
if-
those were actually a lot of them were related to crypto too.
So if those like go out or whatever,
Those are regional banks.
but let's say they're FDIC insured, you could still get that money, right? Because they're insured.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember, I can't, don't quote me for sure, but I'm pretty sure that if it's FDIC insured, you will get your money,
Yeah.
but they have your lifetime to pay you back.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. You can check that, fact check it yourself or whatever. But I'm pretty sure that's how that's the way that's set up.
That's crazy.
So they can pay you back by the time you're dead.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works exactly.
Exactly, because it's like, well, I'll just say I'm dying next week.
I mean, sure, I guess, but I mean, I don't. Again, this is something I'm not 100% sure. That's me. That was me. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm just floating it out there. But yeah, dude, if there's a bank run, most people are getting their money back, and then the government has to, if it's insured, FDIC, and it also depends on the amount, and it also depends on what kind of bank, and a lot of variables. So not necessarily, and it also depends on what kind of investment it is.
Yeah.
If it's cash, or if it's like a mutual fund, or if it's like a what do you call those? Where you get a percentage at the bank, CD,
Oh,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So not everything is insured by FDIC. I mean, like I said, I'm not a banker, but that's sort of from what I've done my research. I don't trust the bank. That's
end of
religion.
story.
I don't trust them because then they make so much. If you ever watch a video, what they do with the money, it's crazy. So let's say you go to the bank and you drop in 10 grand, right? The bank will take that 10 grand, will put it in their safe, right? Temporarily. At the time, if you had 10% reserves, they would take $1,000, they would put it into the safe, and they would stay there, right?
Yeah.
Then they would take the $9,000, and Joe Schmo walks in and needs a loan. They'll take the $9,000 and loan it to him, right? Okay. Once they loan it to him, then they'll take that money. And then whoever the bank is that takes his money for whatever he's using it for, right? They're gonna put 10% away out of $9,000. That's $900 in their reserves, and they're gonna borrow the $8,100 to somebody else. You're basically creating money.
Yeah.
You're basically creating money from one guy to another, to another, to another. So you can have trillions of dollars.
That 10 grand will supply people with 100 grand worth of loans.
Yeah. And loans aren't necessarily money.
Right. It's a piece of paper or an agreement.
Yeah. So it's like, now imagine if that along the way just collapsed.
Yeah.
So the banking system is, pretty advanced and pretty smart, but it's not immune to being, not even maybe rigged, but just not immune to self-destructing itself. You know what I mean? So that's how some banks fail. That's it. They borrow too much money.
And then too many people default.
Yeah. I mean, when you start getting defaults, then a lot of banks take a hit,
Yeah.
The housing market crash in 2008, I mean, basically bankrupted all the big banks. And the only way they were saved is because the government came and bailed them out.
Yep.
They should have just let them go. They should have just let them go under. It would have been much more catastrophic.
Yeah, but then you'd have a more efficient system now.
But then you would rebuild kind of from the ashes and maybe do a more a safer system, maybe
a more cautious system.
Maybe a more cautious, but maybe not as over leveraged system. You know what I mean? So there's no real I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a banker.
Yeah.
This is just based off of stuff I've read and stuff I've done some research and watched some videos and stuff like that. I mean, I'm interested. I was always interested in wondering how the money system works, but
it's probably so complex, or like
it is complex, but it's
yeah.
also corrupt. It's what it is. I mean, there's no. That's why Bitcoin is the answer, dude. 100%.
Decentralized.
You buy it, you put it in cold storage, and you hold on to it. And that's it. You need a little bit. I mean, sell some if you need to, but
Yep.
that's what Bitcoin is about. I mean, it's fairly fresh, but
especially now because you can like you can get a debit card and you just pay with crypto for everything.
100%,
right?
And then get rewards in crypto.
It like transfers in.
Well, it basically what it does is you're using your crypto and still paying fiat, which is dollars, right?
Right.
You're not paying in Bitcoin to buy something for Bitcoin.
So does it
you
like,
can.
Does it like sell that amount in real time?
Yes. That's basically how it works.
Yeah.
Unless you're selling in Bitcoin.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Bitcoin moves so much. I don't know how you see. I know a lot about it, but then the question I get is, how do you price something in Bitcoin if Bitcoin keeps moving so much?
Right, because right now everything's priced in dollars.
Yeah.
So you just
which
put
is
that
stable, right?
Which just put that dollar amount for it. Right?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
So then you're like, how does that exactly play out?
But isn't Bitcoin also a finite amount?
Yes. There's only going to be 21 million. That's it. There cannot be any more. That's what the supply is set at. Right now we're at 19,000, I think 800 coins already mined, with I think 1.1 million left, or 1.1 something left to mine.
Well, I guess a solution would be like you have a stable coin, right? That's what the stable coins are there for.
Yeah.
To have that, like, okay, let's say you have all this Bitcoin, you don't know what the value of it actually is, but like,
well, one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin, so that's that's what the.
But what's the value of that Bitcoin?
Well, that's the thing, is like, how do you measure that, right?
Right. So that's where you.
Right now, you're measuring based off the U.S. dollar, which is the strongest currency in the world currently.
Yeah.
Right?
Does what?
Zloty, bro, is a weak currency. It's getting there, but it's a weak currency. But people who are in crypto are one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I
mean, true. It's true.
One Bitcoin contains. Oh God, I don't have it at the top of my head, but I think one Bitcoin is 1 million sats, 100 million sats, which is like pieces of Bitcoin that you can use.
We're getting too deep into Bitcoin.
Yeah, we can get more deeper into it eventually, but yeah, that's if you want to buy Bitcoin, you don't have to buy one Bitcoin. You could buy, $5 worth of Bitcoin. Again, there you go, dollars. I mean, you could buy 10 sats, or 20 sats or whatever,
Yeah.
But
we need
current price is based on US dollar.
Hey, you know what we need a third person for?
What?
Getting us more beer.
There's no more beer. I think there's only one beer left. Man. So it is what it is. That's it. I only had one today. That's it. No more. But so that's the Bitcoin, I guess, way to go get things done.
Yeah.
But
that's the Bitcoin tangent.
Yeah, the segment of our podcast or show, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's why I have my shoes up here, dude. It's the crypto president. Even though he hasn't been treating us very well recently in terms of crypto, we've been tanking since he's been in. But that's okay.
He's got other things on his mind.
Listen, yes, 100%. I'm more interested in getting the country straight, getting things figured out with the country. My crypto projects will eventually get there.
They'll have to wait.
They'll have to wait. That's it. Do your thing, Trump. Get this cleaned up. Let's get efficient. Let's get it all rolling the right way. If you can lower my taxes, even better. 100%. I'll be happy with that.
Well, don't you know everybody says that he's going to raise taxes for everybody? Except for, the 1%.
Yeah, I keep hearing that, but I do, bro. It's like, what do you believe?
The amount of people have said that in the past, and it comes up every time. No matter what, they're always going to say it. And, like, also people don't understand how, like, a 1% increase for the 1%, how much it affects taxes overall.
I'm a big proponent of flat tax.
Yeah.
Instead of having a ladder system for taxes, brackets, I would rather have just a flat tax, consumption tax.
Realistically, if you have if it's 5%, right, a tax.
Well, it wouldn't be 5%. It'd be more like 20%, right?
Sure,
but that'd be the only tax you'd be paying.
Sure, but like, let's say like you got a 20%. make $100,000, you pay $20,000, right? Person that makes $1 billion is paying $20 million.
No.
200,000. 200 million.
Yeah, 20% of $1 billion is 200 million.
Yeah,
Yes, but that's not that's income tax. I'm talking about flat tax, consumption tax. You go to the store and you go buy something.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody pays the same tax. There is no higher tax. There's
20%. It's 10%.
I mean, Poland is 20 something percent.
Yeah.
VAT.
Yeah, but you can't tell because their prices already show have everything included.
Well, exactly. It's included with the cost of the product,
yeah.
right? So that's the way it should be here.
Yeah.
Realistically, if you go to the store, you have let's say bread costs $2, and then with tax it's $2.40. So your price is $2.40.
Yeah.
Right, which includes already 40 cents for tax and 20%. Right.
I wish they did that.
But that would make that makes more sense. It removes the IRS basically from anything.
Yeah. Does a Poland have flat tax?
Yeah, but that's technically what it is. It's called VAT, VAT.
Oh, okay.
So that's how they collect their taxes. You don't really have all your taxes in Poland. You have a very, very, very tiny property tax, which is not even a property tax.
Yep.
And then you have basically everything else being paid by that tax. And
which actually, I guess that makes sense because that alleviates taxes from other places, right? So realistically, you're still kind of getting that money, that tax money.
Well, the government's funded just by that tax.
Yeah.
And all government programs are funded by that tax. You don't have a grocery tax. You don't have an alcohol tax. You don't have, I mean, you could, right, realistically, but you want to have just one flat tax. And then that way, if you are a regular consumer, yes, stuff would be a little bit more expensive, right?
Yeah.
It would be. But then you would kind of watch what you're buying. A rich person ain't going to watch what they're buying.
Yep.
They're just going to buy it. And whatever the tax is, it is what it is. And they probably consume a lot more than you do.
Or buy more expensive stuff or whatever.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
They buy more expensive stuff and they probably consume more than you. They'll probably buy better steaks than you buy. You know what I mean? Like examples of stuff like that, right? Better steaks and cost more money, which means more tax money.
Yep.
Right? You're going to buy a cheaper steak. They'll buy the more expensive steak. I mean, that just makes more sense that way. So,
stuff selling?
No, just stuff. See, we'll see. Yeah, whatever. But so we'll see how that plays out. Trump is talking about getting rid of the income tax, and
nationwide,
and then basically replacing it with a tariff tax. You know, the tariffs this week is what destroyed the freaking crypto this weekend. The tariffs on Mexico and tariffs on Canada. Only for, it's a tactic. That's what he did. He was going to do it from the beginning.
Yep.
And just everybody's like, he's going to tax Canada 25% and Mexico 25%.
He held off too, didn't he?
Huh?
And he ended up holding off.
Well, he did because they came to the table and they started negotiating.
Yep.
That they're going to put troops on the border on both sides and whatnot. So yeah, it was a tactic for negotiation.
Yep.
It was
a starting point.
Yeah. Now they have 30 days to kind of figure out if they're actually doing it, if they're implementing those things that they said they would do, and then probably, I would guess they're probably gonna try to renegotiate trade deals.
Yeah,
make it more fair for both sides. So I don't know how that's gonna work. We'll see. But try something different, dude.
You want to take a trip to the Gulf of America?
I'll be down there one day. Another for
Didn't
sure.
Google Maps already update it?
They did update it 100%. It's Gulf America now, dude. Greenland's gonna be America soon too, dude. And like Canada being the 51st state.
Hey, so is Gaza.
Bro, what? I don't know what. I also don't think that's true what he's saying.
No,
I think that's also another negotiation tactic.
Yeah,
I think he's just trying to bring in the players from around that area and be like, no, they're gonna be like, what? Why would you want you? Why would you want you here?
I'm on my hotel here.
We don't. Well, I think what he's trying to do is just basically get the players out in that area, to come together and come to an agreement of on their terms, so that he doesn't really want to.
He doesn't actually want to take it.
100%.
He just wants to. He just wants to be like, well, somebody's gonna take care of this.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, let's make a deal, and you guys rebuild it, or we'll help you rebuild it, or whatever. And let's just approach things a different way. Yeah.
He doesn't plan on sending troops there or anything like that.
No, he doesn't want to, and I don't think he's gonna. I don't think that he always said that he wants to stay away from war, right?
Yeah.
So, just get rid of the wars that we have currently, and then kind of put peace in the world. So
strength through peace, right? That's what he says.
It's peace through strength.
Peace through strength.
So realistically, I highly doubt he's gonna want to send troops to Gaza to
he wants to to the border.
Yeah, I think he's got something else planned, and they obviously will learn about it sooner or later.
Yeah.
But that's yeah. I don't think he wants to build no whole. I mean, he can build whatever he wants to, right? But he was calling it, what is it called? Maro Gaza?
Instead of Mar-a-Lago.
I mean, that's their land. I mean, whatever, dude. I mean, that.
I wouldn't want America to take it anyway.
Listen, that region, man, that region is
stay out of it.
Just
stay out of
that
it.
region is historically has been up and down for a very long time. I can't take sides on that. I don't know. That has nothing to do with me realistically. And
I don't know enough about it to
comment.
to,
100 makes figure out what's what. That's for that region to figure out. Like it or not, it is what it is.
He just wants somebody to kind of take ownership, well, not ownership, but like take
the lead, initiative.
Yeah,
how to handle that situation in that area. But I mean, I don't know. That's for them to figure out. Like I said, I don't know enough about it, and I'm not even gonna get into it realistically because I just it has nothing to do with us here currently. The U.S. has its own problems.
True.
We got our own things to figure out.
A lot.
Taxes and the whole border and drugs and a lot of crap.
Yep.
So let's just stick to the U.S. for now and
worry about everybody.
We don't need to be the world police.
Yeah.
We really don't. I understand helping out the world in terms of poverty, maybe
sure, make the world a better place, right? But
giving people food that if they're hungry or whatever. I'm all for that. It's just there has to be some
not a transsexual opera.
No, hell no. Just no. There has to be some accountability where that money goes if it's used properly, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you just seen a video recently that came up of USAID being in the background where Hamas terrorists are recording a video, use as building material. Like, dude, like, come on, dude, like, really? Is that what's going on? Is that what we're doing? So no, I'm pass. I'll just stick to the U.S.
Yep.
But yeah, all right. I think we're done here for today.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll pick this up next week. Maybe we'll have a guest next week. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Speak on a couple of different things. Today was more of a political talk / Bitcoin talk, But we didn't talk about our space thing. We did talk about space thing. I don't know, which we were talking about yesterday. So I figured out what that was last time we were talking about. What were you saying they were? The shoots out of the black hole?
Oh, a quasar?
A quasar. So it's the light that shoots out of the middle of the...
no, the quasar is the whole system. The quasar is like technically like a giant star. Not a giant star, but it's the whole system, like the engine that runs, right?
Interesting.
That's what the whole thing is called, a quasar. And it shoots the stuff that it shoots, the radiation.
Yeah, radiation.
It's just straight up radiation.
It's coming out of the middle of it.
Yeah, and it just destroys entire solar systems.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then it sucks it in and eats it out. Yeah, dude, black hole. That's interesting stuff for sure. They said there was a black hole. Well, I mean, sure.
There's a black hole in the center of our solar system.
That's what I was going to say.
Not solar system, of our galaxy.
Yeah, the Milky Way galaxy.
It's called, oh man, I remember what
Andromeda.
It is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like what's that? What'd you?
I don't know what it's
Andromeda?
called.
No, that's our galaxy next. That's the next galaxy next to us. Yeah, Andromeda galaxy.
I like space, but I don't like space that much. I like cars more.
Yeah,
a car could be also a black hole for money.
For money, yeah. Or gas.
Yeah, it could just keep taking and then never give back.
Nope.
It'll give back temporarily, and then it's gonna want more. And then it's gonna want more. Give me more money so I can buy more stuff so I can blow up. Yeah,
just looking at like your brake rotors, those are gonna.
Nah, those are carbon, dude. They don't wear.
All right.
Yeah, but they're like $10,000 for 4 rotors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like the Evo?
No. That damn brake rotor on the Evo. Destroyed my weekend. Now we gotta fix the car.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Should we wrap it up?
Till next week.
See you guys.
Have a good one.